Hello. Greetings. Today we are going to be returning our lens, and we're going to be renting another one. So today's video will be about renting lenses and pros and cons to that. The pros to renting a lens is that you do not own the lens. So if you do not like it, then you can just return it without any penalty of like owning it, scratching it, doing all that stuff. I rented a 24-70 G Master f2.8 lens for my Sony a6300. That's a lot of words, that's a lot of numbers, I'm sorry. But I rented it for a wedding, and the rental was about 150 bucks, but the price tag for owning one is about $1,500. So I know the comment section is gonna be like, it's actually this price. Okay, but just, you get the gist that it's a really expensive lens. And I realized that while using it, it was a behemoth. It was heavy, it looked very long, it made my camera setup very big, and that's a flaw. That's a little bit of a flaw to me. But the benefits of renting a lens is that now I am on my way to bringing it back, and I had my fun with it. I had a great time with it, but I don't own it, and I don't have the buyer's regret. The best thing I can describe the way that this feels is like Blockbuster. Back in the day, Blockbuster was a huge thing. I feel like every family at one point in their own suburb, town, or city, or whatever, was at a Blockbuster on Friday night renting a movie and buying some pizza for them to, watch movies, right? The thing is most of the time you would rent a movie that you didn't see in theaters. There is that movie that you're like, oh man, I heard it was good. John down the street said it was a great movie, so we got to rent it. We got to watch it, right? Then you rent it and watch it and realize, it's all right. It's not the best. It's not the worst. Now you come to the conclusion that I had fun watching it, but I don't want to own it. So you just take it back to Blockbuster. And that's how this feels. This lens felt like watching Serendipity. It was all right. It got the job done. But do I want to own it? No, not right now. I don't want to own it. By the way, Serendipity is about a B+ movie. Hashtag Serendipity is a B+ movie. That's right. I said it. I said it. And now the cons to renting a lens. Cons to renting a lens is that you have to give this sucker back. And just like in this Blockbuster illustration that I've been using, when you are late returning your movie, or lens in this case, you're hit with late fees. So you want to be very on time about how you return it, when you return it, and that's kind of the bummer to this, is that you have to schedule it into your schedule that you got to return this thing. You get so used to this that especially those 7-day and month rentals and stuff, that you're kind of heartbroken a little bit that you got to return it. As much as I thought that this 24-70 lens was behemoth, it was still, I felt a little attachment to it, and now I gotta give it back. So that's kind of a con, one of the major cons that I can see of renting a lens. Another major con is that your lens is used by another person, so you might have some imperfections to it. For instance, with mine, my rubber grip was kind of loose on I think it was the focus pull. There was a rubber grip to it, and it was kind of loose, and you can kind of tell that it was a little bit used, a little bit worn. So that's another con to this thing. So the major cons is that you got to return this thing, and you feel a little attached to it. And the other con is that this equipment will be used more likely than not. You're not the first person to use it. Yeah, that's a con. Here to return the lens.
Everything well?
Yeah.
First floor.
So ultimately, that is the pros and cons to owning or renting a lens. If you decide to rent a lens, I want to let you know that it's a fun thing. It's fun getting a whole new lens and being able to try it out and see what you like about it. But at the same time, if you just want to outright own it, there's some pros to that too, and cons to that. The point is get out there, try new stuff. If you want to rent it. If you don't. But I just wanted to make an informative video for you on the pros and cons to renting a lens. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment in the video if you liked it. And that's it. That's the end of it.